Okay, so this is going to be an example of an entire production workflow for a monument order. And this one's going to be a custom order. So we're going to start by entering the order information. So I'm going to go to new monument order, and then I'm going to enter all of this information here. So I'm going to pause and then come back with the filled out information. Okay, so I've just filled out all the information. I've set the branch. I populated the deceased information with Charles and Cynthia. That is on this form. So it's Charles and Cynthia. Cynthia hasn't passed away yet. And so it's just an order form for, yeah, for both of them, but Charles is the deceased. And we have the granite order item information. So it's a custom SERP top with a base. And so I set the tablet to custom here, added the memorial cost, and I added the design concepts, the order form, and the image. I set the design instructions to see on the layout form or the order form, and then I added a description describing what it was like and any other notes that I took while I was with the customer. And then I added an etching as a miscellaneous extra, which this scene is going to be etched onto the bottom of the tablet. And then set the delivery information, the foundation information, and the purchaser information, and they paid 50% with credit. So now I'm going to preview, and oh, there's a problem. What was the issue? Probably didn't fill out. Yeah, it's just a phone number. Okay. And then, so that's good. We'll preview the order. Okay. And double check on our sheet that this was the size that we wanted. Yes, that's all correct. And we'll save the order. Okay, so now the order has been created and we can see that it's ready for accounting right here. So we can either press this or we can go into production accounting and we'll go through the accounting. So there's a cemetery form to print. We will go here and then print that. We can add more images if we want to, or we can remove them. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll print that. And then we go down here, we download the accounting file, and then we perform the accounting step, uploading that over to our accounting software. So we have printed, we have exported, and we mark this as complete. So now moves on to the next step. So we can see that it is ready for foundation, shape, and layout. So it's ready for shape because it's a custom order, and we have to confirm the size of the shape, the size of the tablet that's going to be that we're going to be receiving from the quarry. So we're going to do that first. So here we're going to mark this as active, and we're going to be working on it, and we have generated the layout right, or the shape right here. So that's this. So we know that that is going to be the shape, and we're going to be uploading that into the approval. So here, I'll upload that as well as the design file. It has to be both a design file and an image. So that's noted right here. And then that would allow us to approve it. So we approve. Okay. And now it moves on to the next step. So it's ready for purchase order, but it's still already ready for a layout and foundation. So let's go over and do that. So we'll find our order. I made two of these. This one was made the 24th. That's right now. And so this is new. We're going to mark it as active. And so we're working on it. If at any point I need more information from the customer, design information required, and then either you or the salesperson or there's some kind of connection between your team and the customer to get more information, and then to help you finish the layout. And so, but once the layout is completed, after reviewing, using all this information, the design information, the etching, all this information as a reference. We mark it as approved. And so we have the approved layout being like this. So that's what we created. Um, we have the etching that's located down here. We have Lawrence up top. We have the two names organized vertically, but then each one is oriented left and right. And so perfect. So we are going to upload the um, design file as well as the PDF or JPEG. And so those are being uploading, allowing us to select approve. Are we sure we want to approve this layout? Yes. And so now the layout has been approved. So, um, so we'll actually go over to a purchase order since the shape has been confirmed and now we have to order the material for it. And so we're going to go here. We'll select the color. These will be the colors that we're selecting from the quarries. And we could order from stock. How about we do this? We'll order the tablet from stock and we'll order the base from the quarry. So just to mix it up. So we will review the order. And so we can see that the stock, we're getting the tablet from the stock. And then from XYZ quarry, we're getting the base. And so they don't need to see all this information. They only need to see the layout, which is this right here, and the design file if they want. So we are just going to remove this. They don't need to see all that. So, and then if we wanted to add any more attachments, we can do that here. And okay, let's mark it as ready. It's good, and so now it's ready to be sent. If we wanted to do any other purchase orders, get any of the other purchase orders ready, then we could do that. But we're just going to send this one right now. We're going to confirm it. Confirm and send. Okay, perfect. And so now, so that's queued for delivery and will be sent shortly. And then when the material arrives, it's currently waiting in inbound items to receive. So as you can see here, this is the order right here. We already have something in stock, so that's confirmed and received. And now we're waiting on the base from the quarry and then the miscellaneous extras from the supplier. So we will do some other items in production first. So we've done the shape, we've done the layout. The foundation is so we'll just look for the item or the order here. We can see it here. We know that it's being arranged by the cemetery. So it's now, so we've already communicated with the cemetery that we got this specific lot and they know the foundation. And so once we are notified that the foundation is ready, then we can mark it as complete. So in this case, we can mark it as complete. So now the order form is here. So just a quick reference, there's a lot of things going on, so I just want to go to the history to double check where it is. So I'm on the main order page on the history, and I can see that all of these steps have happened already. And all the green ones are complete, and all the blue ones have yet to be done yet. So we can see that the next item, and the next thing we're waiting for is the inbound items. So everything is ready so far with this order, and it's just waiting for the materials to arrive to begin the production. So we'll go to the material or the inbound items. We can say that this will be the material has arrived, so the base has arrived. It's confirmed, or it's confirmed that it was sent to the quarry, and the quarry has received it, and it has been received in our warehouse. So now we can mark it as received. And then so for miscellaneous extras, we have the etching. So if you do the etching in-house or it's sent out to a supplier, this is where you can make a decision to send it over to the supplier or do it in-house. But once it's confirmed, I guess since the tablet was in stock, you'd be able to do the etching earlier. So that could have been done. But we're just confirming that the most miscellaneous extras, the etching has been confirmed and it has been completed, and so now it's ready for production with the sandblasting, the stencil and sandblasting. So we're going to mark all of those items as received now. And so order has been complete. Now it's ready to go over to stencil. So we'll go to the stencil, and we're going to use the CAD file to create the stencil that will then be put onto the monument and be ready for sandblasting. We can mark it as complete. So the order has been complete and it's ready for production. So um, they have the design information here. They have the um, stencil that is ready to be used, um, and so that now they can complete the production. And so after it's been sandblasted, and I guess yeah, so it this part is completed, so the item gets sent out for etching on this day, and it gets sent out to either in-house or it gets sent to um, a supplier that is doing the etching. And once that is complete, then we can check mark the etching is complete, and then it is okay. And now the production has been ready or has been completed. And so now it's ready for setting ticket. So setting ticket, we can print out all of these and getting them ready for delivery. And so we'll do that now. Print it out. You can choose the image. We can add more images. We can edit the instructions. So um, any setting instructions we'd be able to type here. That'll be useful for the delivery team. But once that's printed out, we'll just mark it as complete. And so now the order is ready for delivery. And so when it's sitting in delivery here, depending on how you do your delivery, if you want to wait for more items to be ready in a particular zone to deliver them to those zones, then you can do that and deliver them on a regular cadence. Or in this case, we just are going to do the one delivery. And so as the delivery team, they're going to load this up, bring it to the site, um, bring it to the delivery location, and once they've installed it, they can check mark it here. So they are able to mark it as delivered, but in the case that they want to upload an image to the order, they can go back here, and this is the main order page, and they can go to design and then upload an image to any one of these. The design concepts and attachments is probably where it would be uploaded. So they'd be able to do this on their phone. So they would go to this page, take a photo, and then upload it right here, and then the installed monument um, will be there. And so we're going to go back to production. Here we can go through history, or back to delivery. So we've marked it as the two items as installed, the tablet and the base. We've taken a photo, uploaded it to the main order page, and so now we can mark it as delivered. So this order has been completed, delivered, and installed, and now it's ready for invoicing. And so now it's the accountant's job to process all of these invoices. And so this one, we're going to mark it as processed. It's been logged, and the customer can be invoiced, and we're going to complete the order and mark it as completed. And so now, if we go back here, we can see that the November 24th, this item right here was completed on today. So that was the order. So yeah, that is installing or going through the entire production for a monument, a custom monument